Hello everyone, my name is Mitz, and here we are with Phoenix Wright Conflict of Interest, the third game down our list of 4 Phoenix Wright fan games. So, an interesting thing about this is that the next game, Turnabout Substitution, like, as I've said before numerous times in the other 2 games, have directly inspired all of these other 3 fan games, including this one. But the big interesting thing about this is that as Content of Court was being made, this game as well was being made, and actually both creators, Cardiovore, who made Content of Court, and Rayfo, who made this game, actually helped collaborate with each other on this. They helped, like, get the visions right for both sides of their own games, and it's going to be quite interesting to see how it goes. This is a bit different in terms of continuity, as this literally overwrites Dual Destinies, as literally, even though that game came out around the time this was being made, this completely overwrites the story of that. And it's going to be an interesting time to see how they go about doing that. So, with the first case here, it's time to go into a picture is worth 1,000 a turnabout's worth 1,000 words. So, let's just dive on into this. Not that save. They do say a picture's worth 1,000 words, but what can I even use those words? Like, can I transfer over the money or something like that? Probably not. Bando. Hello. Who was she? It was nobody. Are you sure about that? I know I've seen her before. I said it was nobody. You've been really paranoid lately, you know that? Well, maybe it's for a reason. That's it. I knew I recognized her. It was a reporter woman. I've seen you two together. I can't believe you do this to me. Okay, that escalated quickly. Ugh! Really escalated quickly. Oh wow. What did I just do? This is awful. What do I do? That woman. I'll teach her to do this to me. Oh yes, walking away. She did the most heinous crime imaginable, walking away. My name's Phoenix Wright. I'm a defense lawyer. Yeah, you are, my dear sir. And Trucy's here! This takes place literally after Apollo Justice, like a year and a half afterwards. Oh, this is gonna be interesting. Well, with this and the next game, like literally taking place in Apollo Justice, like literally a month or 2 after Apollo Justice, off the top of my head, I think of it anyway, it's gonna be right fun to see Trucy part of these proceedings now. Are you ready for this, Daddy? As ready as I'll ever be. We didn't have much chance to investigate last night. Oh yay, well it's always first case we can't investigate things, right? And also, actually, another fun fact, this case I think was made really after the other 4 main cases of the game were you know, all hashed out and done. Lily Rafa went back and put this in as a good introduction case. Doesn't matter, you've done it before. Let me see, let me just count. There was the first game, that's 1, then there's the second game, that's 2. Technically, well, you were knocked down, got amnesia for that, so let's go with that, yes. And then there was, I think it was just those 2 cases. Wow, you don't have a lot of experience with this, okay. This is gonna go bad. This young lady is Trucy, my daughter. She's a musician, and a rather talented one, if I may say so. I met her about 8 years ago during the height of my career, and the subsequent downfall for a tiny bit. Back then I was accused of forging evidence that stripped my badge. Oh yes, what a Tuesday that was. I actually really loved the main villain in that game a lot. It's a shame they didn't, like, use them more. Even, like after that game, he would just drop out of nowhere. I thought they would do something more with that. I'll probably just, well, as it goes through this, I'll just air my grievances about Dual Destinies in general. And Spirit Justice, even though I like that game a kind of bit. I was proven innocent recently and was allowed to retake the bar exam. And so begins a new chapter of my life as an attorney. Daddy, stop monologuing, pay attention. Hey, monologuing is my thing. Rambling is my thing. Ranting is for losers. Oh, sorry, were you saying something? I was trying to tell you that she's here. The defendant? Of course. Now who is this mystery lady gonna be then, huh? How else are we meeting us in the defendant's lobby? Obviously the prosecution, because I'm I do like to do that, bust into my private little hidey hole here in the courthouse. It's not like anyone else can go in here. Defendant, that's all you can think to call me, Mr. Wright? And it's Lotta! Wow, after meeting you in the last fan game, just... Now you're in the hot seat. Finally, after all the times you just literally went hog wild against everyone else. Pure revenge justice. The side of water. Hello, Lotta. Are you ready for a trial today? Well, a girl can only be prepared for something like this, you know? I've been in lots of courts, but never as a suspect. Well, I mean, you've been suspected of being lying, so I mean, there's that. It's pretty dang terrifying. I ain't felt this beat in ages. Well, there's a first time for everything. Yes, including him stealing credit cards from other people. I didn't steal anything. We've known each other since my first year as a lawyer. Yes, what a tumultuous relationship it was. I know you didn't kill a victim, and I mean to prove it. You've been out of here for a long time. Are you sure you're up to this? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 7 years of no practice. Yay. Nice. I know what I'm doing. Trust me. I don't know. I'm starting to think what I should have did was went with Mr. Justice. Oh yeah, Mr. Fine Apollo Justice. Apple Juice Justice. He can do it. Yes, but you came to me first, so he's out of the picture for the... He's out of the frame of this picture now because he speaks too much. It's not amount to anything. No currency. If you can change the whole legal system, I'm sure you can beat this rookie killer guy he's prosecuting. Change the legal system. Oh, wait, I think I got it, but I'm not going to say anything until I get verified or not. Rookie killer? Oh, God. That sounds intense. Yeah, I heard somebody called him that. You're worried, are you? I'm certified rookie now. Not at all. I'm not a rookie. Well, technically you are right now, because you're starting your career again. The trial is starting, sir. Thank you. Trucy, let's head in. Lotta, don't worry. I have everything under control. If you say so. The rookie killer? That nickname sounds very familiar. Yay! Oh, hi. Sporting the same exact haircut as last time we seen you. On terms of timeline. Court is now in session for the trial of Lotta Hart. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready too. Oh, I just like oh yeah, another thing. Going through like how the game was made, it was actually they used his old sprites in like the other fan games, like from the DS version as well. But Rafa decided to give him the Dual Destinies look for this. It's actually quite refreshing. You, yes, I'm a blue suit, pink tie. I'm a yes. Well, you have a red tie. Well, who cares? Let's hear the opening statements. The defense asserts the position that Miss Hart is innocent because she does indeed have a lot of heart. I know her, and she wouldn't do something like this. Thank you. And what about you, Mr. Payne? Well, he's in a lot of pain over there already. You see those sweats? Do you have any other statement to declare? Yeah. You're... But you were... Oh my god. I guess not. Okay, looks like this case is over. Okay, Law, you're free. Not guilty. Woo! That's some rookie killer. You're doing great so far. Just look how nervous he is. I haven't even done anything yet. What is this guy's problem? He's staring at me like I'm some kind of ghost. Well, are you? I thought you were disbarred! Well, I mean, I technically am already out of prison. Like, they got rid of my bars, and now I'm back into a bar association exams, so yeah. Well, they was, but they let me back. It's a long story. Yes. How did you... He seems to remember me. I really feel like I know him from someplace, but I can't recall where. Yeah, don't worry about it. He's pretty forgettable. Huh. Maybe I just forgot. He must not have made that big an impression. Well, Mr. Payne doesn't seem to be prepared quite yet. I think the defense should start us out. You seem to have a hand on things, Mr. Wright. Could you tell us about the victim? You may check the autopsy report in your court record if you need a review. How do I get to the court record? Do I have to press the court record button and to get inside it? No. Yes, Your Honor. The victim was... well, it's not Maya. Wait, is it though? Well, she's not in here. Oh yeah, I think this was the guy from the very beginning. Victor Timmons, the victim allegedly is seen being murdered by Miss Hart. Very sparse in details. 65. Jesus. Does it do like his like newer look on for the profiles too? An extremely attractive intelligence defense attorney. Yeah, glow all you want. But what do you have in terms of evidence? Okay, autopsy report. Victor Timmons was forced to be drowned. Death occurred within a few minutes. Wait, he was drowned, but wasn't there blood, like, you know, going into the water from the beginning? Oh yeah, and also Bando, I think the whole place is like looks familiar, and I don't know if it's because that's actually one of the locations in the Ace Attorney Investigations, the first game anyway, when he plays Edgeworth. Huh. His name was Victor Timmons. That name sounds very unfortunate. A timid man, you say. Very well. Do you know how this man was killed? He died from gunshot, drowning, strangulation. Drowning. But, like, did he hit, like, did that pink afro girl just, like, strike his head onto the bricks or something and he got there? He was drowned. Drowned? That doesn't sound like a very pleasant way to go. Drowning is not. Legitimately. I think I mentioned before in one other game that I literally hit my head when I was surfing one time at a beach in California, and I hit my head and I felt like I was gonna pass out down there, and literally for the rest of the day I just took a break from just going to the beach in general. It was not a fun experience to that. It was fun up to that point, but literally when I crossed that threshold and I'm and down to the threshold of water, it was not fun being topsy-turvied and getting my head slammed against the bottom of the ocean floor to the briny birdie stand. Does it sound like a very pleasant way to go? Until what it isn't. No. And the other time I've seen a person get drowned, well, a murder mystery game, a character that got drowned, they're my favorite character, and I was really sad. Mr. Payne, I believe we've given you enough time. Are you ready to continue? Yes, Your Honor. It won't be a problem. Yes, you keep saying that with your all-green suit. Excellent. I believe we're ready to begin the trial. Well, I thought you were going to say we're off to a great start. He said he started rather easily for you. Probably on account of the prosecution. That guy seems to be really scared of you. I can't imagine why. I know I've seen this somewhere before. Don't worry about it. I'm pretty sure if you remembered him, you would already know how to just conjure the picture in your head. Because I do say a picture's worth 1,000 words. Okay. Mr. Payne, please call your first witness. The prosecution calls Detective Gumshoe to the stand. Oh yes, Gumshoe. He actually has not made an appearance in any Dual Destiny or Spirit of Justice. I'm just like, why? Why not? I mean, sure, it makes sense why those other new, like, the new detective, like, yeah, like, why they're there. It's a nice foil for the prosecution in those games, but God, Gumshoe, I missed you. I'll miss you a lot. Hey, pal. Hey, Gumshoe. Don't even think about trying to blow apart my testimony today. Well, I mean, do you want me to pop up like a balloon, or? I made it extra sure it was perfect this time. Yes, you keep saying that. I mean, you don't usually? No, that's not it. It's just, you did a good hard work on this. Oh, that sounded bad, didn't it? Kind of. Well, anyways, I'm gonna show you who's boss today, see? Just watch. Wait, it's enough this chatting with the defense. You're just playing offense, sports. I'm sorry, sir. Please state your name and occupation for the court. The name is Dick Gumshoe. I'm a homicide detective in the local precinct, and the lead investigator on this case. Please testify about your investigation. Yes, sir. One super flawless testimony coming right up. What's spotless too? Like fine china. Crime scene. We received a call last night around 10 a.m. Okay, the investigation's theme music is here. I actually really love the music from there. We went to Gatewater Land where we found Mr. Timmons. His body was submerged in a fountain. He'd been drowned. Yes, thank you. Thank you for telling us that. Gatewater Land? Oh yes, it's the Brass's place. You ever just imagine you you just had a fun time at your hotel experience, then you decided, hey, I want to go somewhere around this location. Why not go to the famous tourist attraction as Gatewater Land from the famous people who made the hotel? Why they're in two different corporations and entertainment businesses, I don't know. Don't ask me. But I did a good collaboration with the police. I still remember another murder happening there a while back. Oh yeah, well, obviously there would be like a court case for that, it makes sense. But since, we didn't see it happening, it didn't happen. It didn't happen. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Yeah, they don't have the best safety record. I think the hotel isn't much better. Yeah, 2 murders there, and, well, I guess now there's 2 murders at Gatewater Land. Nice! Continuity for the win. Your Honor, I'd like to begin the cross-examination. Certainly, Mr. Wright. You may proceed. Now is when I look through the testimony and point out any contradictions I find. Lada's innocence. The thing he said must not match out with the evidence. I'll find the contradiction. Okay, don't do this now. Don't go glitchy. Okay, there'll be something wrong with it. Okay, please don't tell me this is gonna glitch out just like last time in Trial After Justice. Like, that was a whole shit show for me to figure out how to do. Oh, God. Okay, as is no procedure for first testimonies, press. Call at 10. Do you know who the caller was? Do I? Of course I do, pal. Everybody knows who the caller was. Well, I mean, you're being very vague about it, so I don't know who it is. Apparently, everybody doesn't include me. Exactly. You're not part of the new kids. The caller witnessed the crime. We'll be hearing from her later, once Mr. Gumshoe's finished. And as is always, in my introduction cases, the caller must be the person who's the next witness, right? Right? Right. See, there isn't much else to say in this matter. In the meantime, please continue with your testimony, Detective Gumshoe. You are at the Gatewater Land and we found Mr. Timmons. Mullins. What time does the park close? Well, I think it's around 9 p.m. So nobody had any business being there at the time. Actually, these people did. You see, there had been a big concert that night and they still had some people there cleaning up. Okay, cleanup job. And Mr. Timmons was one of those people. He was definitely allowed in, if that's what you're asking. What? Does it actually mention like his job title? No. Okay. Like, does he work there? I see. His body was submerged in a fountain. Nice. Is the fountain drinkable now? Can you tell me more about this? There's this big fountain in the park's entryway. Yes. It's a bit weird saying like, well, I think it's the Japanese version of the name, Bando. Well, I don't know what that would mean technically speaking, but meh. Something Gatewater, I don't know. There's this big fountain in the park's entryway, or whatever the Japanese version of it was, since Gatewater's a localization of Watergate. Scandal. Somebody drowned a minute. Yes, nice. He just wanted a really big drink of water, you know? Seeing his reflection in the water, seeing his own reflection in his picture, it does make sense. A lot of words to be said there. It's right here, pal. Touch cards inside the parking lot. Well, a simplistic diagram. How deep is this fountain? About 19 inches. I don't know that. That's not very deep. No, but it's deep enough to kill someone in. Nice. See? Bando, and he's bleeding there. He actually has a... Yeah, I think on his left side, actually. It seems to be like hit on the left side, so maybe his head caved in onto the bricks. Oh, yes, you're right. Or maybe she just slanted down into it upon the side of his head, and just, penetrated skin. He's most certainly dead there. Yes. Yes, you can see that by the blood, too. The court sets these both as evidence. Gatewater map has been added. Nice. And crime scene photo. Oh, that's new. Make it to detective? Hold on, let's see that photo real quick. Photo team of the forensics team. Oh, it's only just that. Okay. Makes sense. He'd been drowned. Okay, yeah, we got that. Genius. Wouldn't drown someone take a lot of effort? I think it would. Not that I've ever done it myself. Yeah, let's hope you have and never will because you're great. Mr. Gumshoe said Paul's the victim actually tripped and fell into the fountain by himself. Not all, Your Honor. You see, his suit was torn, so we know there was a struggle beforehand. Okay, makes sense. A struggle? Interesting. So this definitely wasn't just an accident. You see anything yet? Not quite. We don't have enough information yet. Well, be careful. You never know when the prosecution will lay one of those nasty traps. Okay, from this guy? I think I can handle anything he throws at me. He seems absolutely terrified of me. You have a lot of experience. So, I mean, yeah. even when you were on trial from him as well. God, he can touch you. But since we've seen all of it, I'm assuming the thing we have to go with is he has blood on his head in the water as well, and so this is not. I guess it's not really a contradiction, but why hasn't it mentioned anything about the blood? Death occurred within a few minutes. His body was submerged in the fountain. Oh, I think I know what the big thing about this game is. This is, I think, from what I remember about this entirely, is that presenting things is going to be very, very obtuse. This is going to be great, since I know later cases are just like really difficult in terms of like subject matter and just, you know, all that. At least for me, technologically speaking. That's a hint. Look, he has a little, you know, little thing out in the front of his face. Okay, don't do that to me here. Gumshoe, doesn't anything seem strange about this photo? Not really, pal. He's just drowned there. He just wanted to take a drink, like a bird. I mean, the extra Sherman testimony had no holes in it. Well, I mean, he does, like, the victim has a hole in his head now. Well, despite that, I think I found a rather large one. Oh, I like this music. The logic theme. Really? As a matter of fact, yes. Take a look at this photo. Take a look at this photo. The part I find strange is right here. Blood. Take a look at this forehead. Take a look at his forehead. Is that blood? It certainly looks like it. Tell me, Gumshoe, if he was drowned, then why is there a large blood stain here? I mean, the autopsy said he was drowned, but it doesn't say anything about wounds, so okay. Drowning doesn't make you bleed out the head. Well, you see. Detective, this is very important. Could it be that the autopsy report was completely wrong about the cause of death? That's a weird first. That contradiction was really easy. Don't give it too easy. Maybe this autopsy report was fabricated. Oh god. Okay, stop laughing like a witch over there, okay? Uh-oh. You're just really sticking to your forehead. It seems that offense has jumped to conclusions. Well, I mean, the victim jumped to his death, so. The cause of death was indeed drowning. The injury in his head was not fatal. But what caused it? The victim was struck in the forehead by his killer, during which time she overpowered and drowned him. A small person such as the defendant would have trouble bringing down someone of his size otherwise. It's instead Gumshoe for it to mention this. Yeah, sorry about that, sir. Well, I mean, it's mostly introduction stuff, like just laying the facts, so I don't know why he would need to say that. When the next testimony be all about, this is how the defendant did it. I'm curious. What was he hit with? Actually, I was just getting into that. It was this camera. Oh. That's a camera? Not anymore, it's not. Well, they say a picture's worth 1,000 words, but it doesn't mean it's locked in a squad in terms of conversation if you can't see any of them. It used to be, at least. What thing is shattered? You're right, the camera's totaled. Somehow the memory card is still intact. Oh, nice. Anything important on it? Just a few shots from the concert that night. The camera's the only part that matters. Isn't it any camera, though? It happens to belong to the defendant. Lot of heart. Okay, then. Well, I guess that would definitely cast suspicion if, like, you know, she was the one who attacked him. This is found the crime scene, so, like, none of the pictures on her camera are important, then, if they're mostly the concert. And since the crime happened after the concert, like, from the entrance or exit thing, I guess it doesn't make sense. Or there's a whole thing of, like, kind of like a picture had been taken when the crime scene happened. If you didn't bring it up, then I'm assuming you're saving that for later, for trap purposes, like a bear trap, rub trap, or there's nothing at all. Let's go with the latter for the first time. This is from the crime scene? Yes, there's no question it's hers. I proved she did it! Okay, nice. Well, I mean, I guess it makes sense her fingerprints would be on too. Oh my, that certainly does make her look suspicious. I knew that was too obvious. So Miss Hart really was there. Either that or somebody stole her camera and brought it there. It might be kind of hard to prove, though. Detective, please tell us about this evidence against the suspect. Can do, sir. Lana's camera. Okay, so what happened? That camera definitely belongs to the defendant. She admitted to us. I mean, I guess so. It's pretty busted up. It doesn't work anymore. It proves the defendant was definitely there. Only a few people could have been there at the time, and Miss Hart was one of them. I mean, if there's pictures of, like, the concert on her camera, then yeah, I guess she was there, so yeah. This sounds like very solid evidence. A camera owned by the defendant used to strike the victim. Of course it's decisive. We'll see about that. Mr. Wright, please begin your cross-examination. Of course, with like first cases, it's gonna be easier, more cut and dry, so, Let's see, camera blocked the defendant, she admitted it to us. I don't think there's anything new for that point, unless there's something interesting. Is there any possibility somebody stole and planted it there? That's a possibility. Nope, not a chance. You seem confident. Of course, she told us. What, Lotta told you? That's right, pal. Great, wait, so Lotta says, like, no, it wasn't stolen that night, and yet her camera's there, and if she didn't do it, then what? Lotta, what the heck are you doing? Dang it, Lotta. When they say anything you say can will be used against you, they aren't joking. Yes, don't trust police. Here's the thing, if you get arrested, don't trust police. Call a lawyer. Call family. Okay? It's pretty busted up. It doesn't work anymore. So this is used to hit the victim over the head. We're fairly certain that's what happened. The damage seems to be consistent. It looks like the camera got it worse in his head, though. It seems that way. According to our coroner, the blow wouldn't have caused any lasting damage. It was only strong enough to disorient Mr. Timmons for a few moments. The camera, however, is beyond repair. Oh, jeez, like, okay, so the killer just whopped him on the side of the head with a single blow. You said the memory card still works, right? Well, yes, but there's nothing important on it. All the pictures were taken more than an hour before the murder, so there might not be anything useful there. In case, I remember this for later. Okay, so it definitely was important to know. It proves the defendant was definitely there. Well, yeah, the pictures themselves. And if Lotta said it herself. I see that points away from her, actually. Huh? How so? That's actually interesting. Tell me. Look at the camera. It obviously wasn't cheap. Since she was the owner, would she really be so careless with it? Okay. It was the heat of the moment. Yeah, I'm not gonna put it past that. If somebody's upset enough to kill, they won't care about what they use. Not even their own hands. Oh. The camera does look a bit pricey. But I don't think that necessarily counts in her defense. May have been the only thing available at the time. My $3,800 camera! Did I get that right? Precisely, Your Honor. The camera is strong evidence, I can't deny that. And the camera was strong enough to bludgeon someone. Well, a few people could have been there at the time, and Miss Hart was one of them. Then who else was there? How many people were at the park at the time? An awful lot, a few thousand, I think. Okay, one of them did it! 1,000? That was earlier before the murder. Gatewater Lane was hosting a music concert. It was a really big show. I wish I could have gone, but those tickets were really expensive. How would you single out my client from all those people? The camera? Well, the concert was over, so the park was shutting down. All visitors were gone. Okay, so who still had access to it? The park employees, the concert staff, and anyway, for the press? The press? Would Lotta count as press? Yeah, there were a few people from the big-name news stations taking interviews. That concert was kind of a big deal. Isn't Lotta a freelance journalist, though, from every single time we, like, encounter her? The park employees, the concert staff, and the major news stations. Aha! That's it! I'm not seeing any big contradictions here. Okay, so there's something interesting to be heard, like, the press? But, like, isn't this... I don't see what the big thing is, though, if this is Lotta's camera, then. If, like, Lotta even said herself, like, wait, did Lotta, like, Lotta said, like, she didn't lose her camera at all, so this is someone else's? At the same time, this is framed as her camera instead. Huh. I'm not seeing any big contradictions here. Now, remember, sometimes you need to press statements in order to learn new information. Tune in that and maybe we'll find something. That's right, and you press each statement to see if there's anything suspicious with a Z button. The camera definitely belongs to the defendant. Okay, so the whole Does that mean there's a new statement here, or do we have to press it up more? The cruise defendant was definitely there. What few people could have been there at the time? Miss Hart was one of them. Okay, so obviously the whole, okay, the concert staff, the park attendants, and people from the press. Are we going with the fact that her camera could have been anyone else? The camera could have been belonged to anyone else? Yeah, there was a whole thing of like, said she didn't lose her camera at all. I mean, the time of Miss Hart was on the victim. Oh boy. So, should be this then? Nah. So, like, that's the thing. I don't know what they're getting at here in terms of contradictions. And I think that's the big, like, out of all the fan games so far, I think that's the one thing I'm probably gonna have the biggest problems with this game in terms of how to present and move things along. Because I definitely outlined it was Lada's camera. Even though, hold on, I actually want to read back to that. It's detrimental to my case. Overruled. Good call. That didn't work. I want to read that again. I think it was this statement. The victim over the head. It looks at the camera in the worst though. Memory card still works. Nothing useful there. This defendant was definitely there. It proves. Only people could have been there at the time, and Miss Hart was one of them. Oh, maybe I just got the statement wrong. Like, this camera could actually belong to, like, someone from the press and not hers. Well, I mean, like, didn't Lotus, like... Well, Lotus said she was there, right? Well, okay, no. I'm getting it mixed up. If we're going with the fact that this is not Lotus' camera, and everyone is presenting that it's hers, even though... That wasn't actually the right statement, huh, was it? I want to get through this before we end this off. Why should you be so careless with it? No, it's the same. He the camera. Okay, maybe it was the first statement, but I don't want to look at that right now. So it proves the defendant was definitely there. Is it the camera? Because literally, so far this seems very straightforward, and there's nothing really out glaring in terms of evidence so far. Let's try it? No. But okay, so if more people from the press are there, are we supposed to point out that someone else could have done this? But literally the camera is the biggest evidence to prove that Lada was the culprit here, and the best way to do that is to try to prove it wasn't her camera, even though if it seems like it's hers, and everyone's been saying it is hers. Although we didn't hear a single word from Lada saying it wasn't definitely her camera, but now I'm just getting confused about that part now. I'm a bit confused then. Should go back and think through some more. Oh boy. And if I'm getting choked up on it's supposed to be like the first case of this game, like after all the other ones were made, and this was made like after the whole game was finished off, and I'm already getting stuck on this, then this is gonna be going great for the rest of the game, and but I think this is a good time to leave this off here, try to figure this out, because maybe I'm just getting my logic twisted around, or the game is not being overly overt with it, because that was definitely a few problems with the last two games, mostly just in terms of the writing needs a bit touched up a bit. Right now this is like the first case with the entirety of the other 4 cases were made, so this is an issue to work out too. Or maybe it's just more complex, but right now I don't see how to go forward from here. But I'll just leave this out here and figure out in the meantime. So, what a fun time to watch as I am playing this. Hope you see you next time, what time may be, and I'll hope you have a fantastic day.